time to say goodbye to this messy here before I go on holiday. Today we are going to be doing the vlog of the holiday. I'm obviously not at the airport or anything like that right now. We'll get there. But first things first, we got to prepare a little bit more for this holiday. So, and this is what I look like when I finally got that haircut done. Okay. Alright, so first things first, we're going to Vancouver. And then we're going to go to a place called Victoria Island so we can go and look at some gardens. So, I guess we'll continue this when we get to the plane. Hopefully, now we're heading out of the country. We are going to the airport now. See you guys there. Okay, we made it to Vancouver. I am gonna be resting for a bit, and then I'm gonna showcase a bunch of stuff that we're gonna be doing tomorrow for the whole day, and then in the next, and I'll show a bunch of photos of what we're doing the day after, and then after that we'll move on to a video clip of the cruise I'm going on. Now here on the cruise ship, in case you guys don't need to see more, this is basically my room. I get my own bedroom in this whole thing. Now, I will be able to tell you guys what we'll be doing from this point forward, but I thought to myself, let's go over what we did in Vancouver, but we'll catch you guys up to speed. So on the bus ride, we basically were touring around to a place called Victoria and then back again. We went on a ferry and we saw a bunch of islands, we saw a bunch of places, pretty cool stuff. Then the next thing we went over to some gardens. And then the next place we went to was Victoria, and there was a lot of cool photos of a lot of cool buildings. I really wanted to take some photos of that, so I'm going to show you guys all the photos I took there as well. There's also a picture of like a Rolls Royce kind of thing, and I think that was to do with, I can't remember, was it Elvis? I don't know, I really don't know. Something to do with Elvis. Could have been at the LA trip that I saw before, who knows. Now we are here. We are here, and we came back onto on the cruise now, so yep. So I'm going to show you guys all the photos I took on the cruise ship itself, and then we're going to move on to what we're doing next and whatnot. So I also want to share some stuff about Vancouver before I go any further. Vancouver is a lot of good places that you might be familiar with, like Chipotle. I'm going to go over the food places that I know. Okay. It had a place called Cheese Slab. That was funny. It had McDonald's, KFC, all the traditional stuff, Taco Bell even, Domino's. The funny thing about the Domino's thing was one of the lights weren't on. It was the O from Domino's, so it's a Domino's. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, we've got a bunch of other stuff to do. We're on a cruise now. We have a bunch of activities we're going to also showcase today as well. I might take some photos more of what we're doing on the cruise. And then I'm going to go over some photos, and we're going to take some photos of some of the activities. I know a few that we're doing. I'm going to share them with you now, and I'll tell you what we're doing when I've done that such activity. So we're going dog sledding. Got an axe throwing thing that we're doing. We're going on a helicopter ride. That's something I'm really looking forward to. I'll definitely take photos of that. And we're also going to San Francisco. To day one on the cruise. We boarded the cruise, as you clearly know. It took us a while to get our stuff into here. So you see that stuff is behind me, but still the point being, it took us a while to get everything sorted. It took me a while to get everything sorted. But we went to I want to tell you what's happened today. When we got here, the first thing we basically did was go to the buffet place. You can get anything you want at pretty much any time. You can get as much as you want, but for a limited amount of time. For example, I think the breakfast was only available till 5 to about 10:30, and then the lunch was available from about 11:30 to about 3:30. Can't remember. And then the dinner time, I think, was a lot longer of a wait, which was about 5 to about like 5 in the afternoon to about 10:30 at night, which means it's a lot longer for dinner. But we didn't even go to the all-you-can-eat place for dinner. We went there for we went to a different place. I took a photo of what the place looked like, so I'll show you that. Okay, now we also went to a show, some girl show called Kate, I think Ryan or something, I can't remember, but I kind of can remember. But anyway, the show was about hula hooping and how she has been doing it for like 12 years, and she had a lot of good time doing the show and stuff, obviously, because, you know, people like that would probably enjoy doing shows. I actually got to have the ability to have a photo taken with her, and here's the photos. I took a photo of the stage before, and I took a photo of the stage after the performance when I went to go take a picture of her, which I thought was nice. But this is about maybe 8:30 at night. I went out to the ship and I wanted to take a look at some photos of the ship at night. So I took some photos at night. I'll show you them, but first I want to show you the pictures I took at daytime. Some of you have already seen it, as I've been posting this whole thing on YouTube and my personal Facebook, but you're not allowed to follow that. I've also been posting it on YouTube, so you guys can keep up with my holiday and see how everything's going. And then I'll do the photos at night. So tomorrow, it's just a day on the ship. It's nothing too special, nothing too crazy. So there probably won't be much content from tomorrow, but if I come across any photos that I have to take, that I will post them, whether that's a photo of the show or a photo with the person who did the show. So the holiday's been pretty good. I've been enjoying it all. And this holiday has been one to remember. I hope you guys are enjoying this. We've still got a long way to go. We've still got 7 days on this boat. 7 days on this boat. And we are going to go to San Francisco, where we're going to take some more photos over there, which will go to the Golden Gate Bridge as well. That's one place I know we're going to do, but I don't really know anything else. I will try to add some photos. Actually, you know what? One more thing I want to add before we finish up here. I'm going to show you this one thing I got from the place. I got this keychain here from Vancouver before I left. It's like a nice little keychain. One thing I always like to do on holidays is I like to try and get one thing from like every place I visit. For me, I'm also going to do something on the ship. I'm probably going to get another one of these. But yeah, I got this from Vancouver. Very nice, very easy to get. And I'm probably going to get another one on the ship. Maybe something like a ship of the one, which I'm on a ship called the Princess, I think. I'm not sure what the branding is, but I know it's Princess as far as I know. Previous ships that I have been on is I've been on a P&O. I just can't remember what they were called, but this one's called the Princess, which is not P&O. I think P&O cruises are like in Australia that lead to other countries and stuff. This one, we're just going up pretty much to Alaska, which is the final stop. Okay. Back here with day 2 of the cruise that we're on. Not much happened today. I went to a bit of a quiz show, and I went to a live performance. Wasn't very good. I actually left it just 2 seconds ago, and I didn't enjoy it as of this recording, which it's probably about 7:30 at the moment for me. I left the show. I did not find it entertaining at all, but I could describe it to you in a little bit of a way. Okay. Now, there was a bunch of men in suits, women in dresses, if that makes sense, to be honest. There was more of like a Disney theme. And don't get me wrong, I don't hate Disney or anything they make, but this show just felt too much like Disney, okay? There was giant pillars, there was almost looked like fences, crates. They were hiding all the instrument players, I guess. Wasn't really good at all. They were playing a lot of Stone Age stuff, and but to be honest, I call it Stone Age shit. I don't enjoy that kind of music at all. So I bounced. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't want to stay around for any longer than I had to, which I only stayed for like 3 songs, and I was out. Okay, I just could not stay in that shithole anymore. I'm sorry, but that show was just awful. Compared to yesterday's show, I'd say yesterday was a lot better because I didn't even leave that show. I thought it was more entertaining than it was, and then the first one was. So a little bit of a follow-up. Tomorrow is going to be more interesting, I think. Tomorrow we're going to go see a show for lumberjack stuff, or just people trying what, I guess. Might not sound that interesting, but I'm going to try and take some photos as well. I'm not really sure about when the helicopter ride's going to be. I think that's 2 days from now, maybe 3 days. I don't know, but I'll tell you when that happens. But today, not much. We just stayed on the boat, really chilled about, had a little exploration on the boat, and I did not enjoy anything about the show. Okay, the show was horrible. There's usually a live performance every day. I am gonna go try and check out every live show, but maybe not even tomorrow, actually, because of what I saw, what I know of the show. It's probably going to be a similar thing, and I'm not going to be interested in that. So if there's other shows, I might go see them, but that's only if the show is before 7:30. It's probably about 8, to be honest. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, it's probably 8 o'clock. But I guess I could say another thing I did, and this is not really that interesting, but I'm going to tell it anyway. I finally watched a movie on this movie TV screen I have above me. I don't might be able to show you. Movie TV screen right here. That's the TV screen I get to watch movies on every day if I really want to, but to be honest, I'm probably not going to watch much. But I watched the Wolverine and Deadpool movie. I completely missed that movie. I really wanted to see it, and I'm glad I kind of saw it. I mean, I'm still not really a Marvel fan, but I don't mind that one. Yeah. But that's all I've been up to today. We'll catch you guys in the next one when we'll be going over some lumberjack photos and stuff like that. Ketchikan. That's where we are today. We did something in Ketchikan today. I actually did two things, kind of. One, I bought something that you guys might be familiar with. You're going to see a lot of these, by the way, and I'm not going to share anymore after I've shown this one. Okay, Catch a Can. So one thing I like to do is I like to collect keychains, and I got this one today. This is Catch a Can. Can't spell right, but maybe it's back to front, I don't know. But this place is known for salmon. That's it. Nah, I'm kidding. We got a lot of photos. We took a lot of photos in a place that has a lot of salmon, even though I didn't really see much, to be honest. We also went to a show, a lumberjack show. If I have the photos, I took a lot of photos, and you'll see a lot of them as we go along. But I went to a lumberjack show. After that, I went to go get that keychain, and then basically we came back to the ship again. So that's not a lot happened today, but we didn't have a lot of time. We left at about maybe 9-ish. We had to get there by 9:40 something. I can't remember. But after that, we took the show, and everything was all good. There was this extra thing at the end. I unfortunately did not take part in it because I did not want to be a part of it. Really, I did watch the other people, but I did not really want to take part in it. I do have photos of the professionals, but yeah. So that's all I've been up to. I got a little toasted, okay? I got really burnt. My nose is quite burnt, and my face is quite burnt, and my neck is a little bit, but that's not a big deal. Today we are at a place called Juno. I tried, okay? I'll put it here now. Okay, anyway, the point is, what we did in this place, we went on a helicopter ride for the very first time for me. I also went to a place for dog sitting. Don't get me wrong, the dog sitting was fun and all, but I really enjoyed the helicopter ride more. Now, that's not the only thing we did, okay? We did way more than you think. We went out and explored this place. I'm not gonna say it, obviously, but anyway, we explored this place. We saw this statue of a giant whale, and surprisingly, that costed more than it costed to buy Alaska. I think it's Alaska. I think, or it could be the town or something. I don't know. It was like 7.5 million for the town or Alaska. I can't remember. But the statue was 10 million alone. So that was a lot of money. So as you guys know, I'm gonna say this right here before I forget to say anything else. Obviously I got keychains. I got 2 keychains this time for this place. I'm only gonna get one though from this point forward. But another thing we did on this little adventure is something that I didn't expect to actually see. We saw about four, definitely 4. I thought I saw 5. I saw 4 other cruise ships. That's right, I saw several cruise ships, and you'll see them on the photos as we go along. What else did I do? We took a look at some shops. I'll put their most famous shop, which is called the Red Crab Shack. I can't remember the name, but I'll show the photo as soon as this is over. Monday. After that is 6, but I don't know what's going on at 6. I don't think we're doing anything on 6, but I know we're doing stuff on 4, and I know we're gonna leave the boat on the 7th day. So technically tomorrow is the last day that on the cruise ship where we go out. After that, we'll probably just have a bunch of stuff on the cruise ship that it probably won't be much. If I have photos to take, I will take them and I will share them with you guys. But there won't be much more I could share. Obviously, we'll speak again in the next one, talking about what happened on day 4. Day 5 will be the next talk, and then so on and so forth. after the cruise, we go to a place to stay for 2 nights in Alaska. I'm just going to say Alaska because I know it's called Alaska. And then after that, we go to San Francisco for 5 days, and then we go back home. So far, this holiday seems to be pretty good, but we're nowhere near done. I'd say about Wednesday or Thursday will be about halfway this week. I'm out on the ship this time. Ship deck. Here we go. See? Yeah. See? Out on the ship. Been out here all week. Two more days left on this cruise ship, and I have enjoyed every day of it being so far, and I've enjoyed the photos I've taken on this whole ship, and today is no exception. Today we went to we saw some glaciers, we saw some the snowy mountains and stuff like that, and there's been a lot of places you could get food from. Every day I've gone downstairs to there's levels on different kinds of floors. I'm going to try to talk about the food this time. So I went downstairs usually every morning at around 6ish. I go out, get a coffee, and then I pretty much just go upstairs, get some more food. Now, that's not what I'm here to talk about. There are other places we could get food for dinner. For example, there is like a specific restaurant. There's like several restaurants across things. There's even a pizza place. There's a bar. There's casinos. There's everything on the cruise ship. There's a pool. There's like heaps of stuff on this cruise ship. But we're not here to talk about the pools. I don't like water, so I won't talk about that. But there's a place where you could get an all-you-can-eat buffet, and you might think to yourself, if it's all you can eat, wouldn't you want to eat to your heart's content? No, you don't. I'll be honest. You will feel real sick. You will really not want to do it again. So if you got sick for whatever reason, you will not want to do it again, because you will not feel good throughout the whole cruise. So what I normally do is I just have one meal. But what I do is I pile it all on. I have whatever I want, and that's what I have it all. Now, we did this for breakfast and lunch. We did not do it for dinner, because dinner we had this other thing that we do on the ship, which we had shows. But yeah, that's all I'm going to try and explain there. The all-you-can-eat place, they're open at certain hours. Like, for example, I just said you could have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm not going to say what time. It won't matter. But as you can see, that thing right there, that is basically what I've been watching the TV screens on to find out where we got to go. At this moment, it is on the College Floor. I can't pronounce. Okay. But I've got all that stuff to do on there. But yeah, basically the food places, you can get as much as you want up at the place. Now, there are also packages where you could get free drinks and stuff like that, but they cost money, a lot of money, to get the best out of the cruise. For example, for me, when I go in person, this is a good example. A coffee, for example. If I want to get a coffee, I go downstairs, I get a free coffee. But there are things that I can't get that are free, that has to cost money. Like, for example, food. For drinks. If you get a canned drink, you have to pay for it. If you don't, then you don't pay. For example, on my holiday, if I wanted to, for example, if I wanted booze, Mr. Booze, I wouldn't pay for it, because I have it in the package of the cruise. But yeah, that's basically it. And you guys don't drink, guys. That's poison. But yeah, the point is, that's all I'm going to explain for food. Basically, there are certain times that you can get food, but if you were to go to an all-you-can-eat place, there are places around the world that have that too. But I'm going to say this now: if you find one of those places, just eat what you can. Do not overdo it, otherwise you will feel really sick afterwards. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about food. Okay, over the course of this time of me being on this cruise, I have learned two things. One, I have been really easy, and two, I do not like sing-alongs. And what I mean by that is that I don't like dance performance. I don't like Stone Age music. In case you wonder what that means, I just don't like old music. I prefer music from 2000 to now. Okay, anything later than that, it's not for me. Anyway, here we are today with the next day, which is the last excursion of what we did in Alaska, and we are not going to be going off the boat from this point forward. A couple more things I remembered from this whole excursion, this whole holiday. It's to do with the X thing at the start of this whole thing, because that was the first activity we did on the cruise. And what we did was what I remember is that we did an axe throwing thing. I didn't do it because I would be bad at it, and I'm thinking to myself I would probably throw it at my leg or something. I didn't want to take that risk, so I didn't do it. Okay, Gotta be safe, guys. If you wonder what this is, hot chocolate. It's very nice. Better than the ones I could make. The next thing was, oh yeah, the thing I remembered, how they throw the axes if when we were doing it. Well, not me, but you know what I mean. So they throw the axe from behind their head, and they throw it towards where your nose is, for example. So my nose is here, throw it over to you point your hands, like your fingers, where you want the axe to go. So you throw it out, and that's how you kind of work with it. Even though I feel like that's still dangerous, it's stupid in a way, it's still what they do. And the professionals that did it made it look super easy, even though it's really hard. But it looks, I understood how it was so hard for them to do what they do. But yeah, even a guy like me can understand something so up there when my knowledge is down here about it. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is going to be probably one of the longest vlogs I've ever done. Yeah. I don't know what we're doing in Anchorage. I hope, okay, I'll tell you what I hope we're going to do. I hope we can find some wildlife, okay? We haven't seen much wildlife in this whole excursion. The only wildlife I've seen is deer and seals. We saw some seals today as well. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, we saw some seals as well. Because in Alaska, apparently, I've only heard this. I mean, seen this so many times as well. And I have a bit of a cold. They have bears. They have dogs. They have moose. They have eagles. Apparently, they have like all the other types of bears, like brown bear, black bear, white polar bear. All sorts of bears. They have beer. They have gummy bears, and they have teddy bears. They have all sorts of bears. Yeah. But yeah, I saw a black bear off a video on Instagram. This lady showed us it, and they showed us this video of a black bear going up some stairs with her car, which I thought looked pretty cool. I just wish we could have seen them in person. We might, if I'm lucky, I might see some whales tomorrow. All right, so in San Francisco, we took a look around the city, and we took a look around the town and stuff. We also went on a bus tour, going around the city and over the Golden Gate Bridge. We also went to an island prison called Alcatraz. So That's what we did in San Francisco. I'm also going to showcase all the photos I took of like cities, towns, stuff like that. I'm going to try that. Videos and things like this. I like to try and take pictures of really cool looking cars. And so I'm going to show you how to pick some pictures of some cool cars. I'm going to try and edit out license plates or anything like that, so there's no tracing or anything like that. So yeah.